What's up everybody? Ntcertified here. Today is Saturday. Wearing my red shirt, feeling a little bit festive today, getting ready for the holiday. And a couple weeks ago, I did a PS4 collection video and I actually had a request to do an Xbox One video of the same kind. So that's what I'm here to do today. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so before we get into the video, you know the drill. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, become a part of the Certified Club. We do multiple videos a week. We do wrestling, we do video games, we do video game streams, we do everything else in between. Become a part of the movement. Now, I'm gonna speed through some of these and I'm gonna take my time on a couple of these too. But we got a lot to cover, so let's not waste too much time. First game up is Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the last decent Assassin's Creed that I feel like they made, but still, I sucked at this game because I wasn't good at ship battles. So I'm really happy that they took a couple years off before they made Origins, because Origins is amazing. I have that on my Xbox One, but it's digital, so I couldn't show it. Next up is Batman Arkham Knight. Now, for this game, I had high anticipation for this game because I was a huge fan of Arkham Asylum. And then the second one, whatever that one was called. But then I played this one and I wasn't feeling it too much. Maybe I need to take time to get back into it and play it some more, and maybe I'll feel different about it. Because I like the mechanics and the gameplay and everything, but I just didn't feel like it held up to the caliber of the previous two games. Next up is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. This is where I feel like Call of Duty really fell off because all of the futuristic stuff and the wall running and all that junk, I just wasn't into it. So I didn't play this one enough, needless to say. But I did play a whole lot of Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, which I thought was a really good game, but this was kind of more futuristic also. So I guess this was like the start of it maybe, and then Advanced Warfare came right after it, so kind of sealed the deal for me. But this has Nuketown. You can't pass up on Nuketown. It's the best map in Call of Duty history. Next up, Call of Duty Ghosts. A game that I liked a lot and I played a lot of, but a lot of other people, like a lot of friends of mine, didn't like Call of Duty Ghosts compared to previous Call of Duties, but I thought it was decent. But anyway, what can you do? And then we have Call of Duty World War II, which is amazing. The game that I think should probably be one of the games of the year next to all the Nintendo products, but this is not a Nintendo video, this is an Xbox video. Takes it back to classic Call of Duty, back to the war times, and zombies is amazing in this game. It's epic, especially if you have friends to play with. You want this game, definitely. It's already the top seller 2017, so jump in while you can. Dead Rising 3. Now, I did not think that Nick, the guy in this game, was going to fit into the Dead Rising landscape, but he did a really good job, and I had a lot of fun with this game. And this brings me to Dead Rising 4, the sequel to Dead Rising 3, and back to the original protagonist. This is Frank West. Loved part 3, loved part 4. Even more cool about part 4 is that it's Christmas themed, so I gotta play this weekend since we got the holidays coming up. Next up is Deus Ex Mankind Divided, a game that I wanted to be so good, and it just turned out to be mediocre to me. It looks so good though. It looks so good. I'm not sure if this winds up being an Xbox One X enhanced game, but this game looks so good already. Having it enhanced is gonna look even better. Next up is Doom. My game of 2016. This is Doom. I have this on Xbox One in a steel case, and I have it also on PS4, but I have the collector's edition in PS4 that comes with the little statue that I have in my game case right now. And then I have it on the Switch also, so 3 copies of Doom. The game must be good, right? Maybe I'm biased. Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2. 2 games that I have not played. This one is open because I brought it used at GameStop for $10, and this one is still sealed. I know they're great games. I just need time to play them because my backlog is so backed up. The Evil Within Part 1. The Evil Within Part 2. Now, this game, I had a lot of fun with this game, but I also had a lot of horror from this game. It scares me to death. That's one thing about survival horror games, is that they really do scare me. So I tend not to get too far in them, and this is one of those games. So eventually I'll get to Evil Within 2. As you can see, it's still sealed, and it may be sealed for a very long time. Just saying. Next up is Evolve. This is another bust of a game. The intention was good, the one versus all, or the all versus one monster concept, but the delivery was just not that good. I bet you if I pop this into my Xbox and try to play online, that I can barely find a game to jump into. Fallout 4, the classic Fallout franchise from Bethesda, which also comes with a copy of Fallout 3, by the way, is sealed because I want to play it, but I'm sure I won't get too far in it because there's big, huge bugs in it. I'm not a big fan of bugs in games, but I know the gameplay is good. Dilemmas, what can you do? Well, if I want to play it, it's there for me, right? Forza Horizon 3, Forza 6. Forza is the best car simulator on the market right now. It just so happens that these games are on Xbox. Gran Turismo just came back, but it's more of like an online type racing game, whereas Forza, you can like kind of jump in and just play it on your own. This one in particular, Forza Horizon 3, if you like car games and you have an Xbox and you have not played Forza Horizon 3, you are living under a rock, because that game is amazing, so you need to jump into it. Halo 5. Halo 5 Guardians limited edition. So I have the regular version and I have the limited edition version, which was in my last giveaway recently. I kind of fell out of Halo around Halo 3. Loved the original, loved part 2, and then part 3 is where I fell out of it. But I played 5, had a little bit of fun with it, didn't get really far into it, which is why I don't need the other one. There's no reason for me to hold on to 2 Halo 5s. We'll keep one for the collection and give one away, so. Injustice 2, which is, I'm not gonna say it's the cream of the crop of fighting games, but it is up there. This is a polished, it's just a great game, great game. The characters are decent. The story is, you know, give or take the story, but the mechanics of the game are just amazing, and it looks good, it feels good, it plays good, and there's so many extras in the game that you can get for your characters, such as like power-ups or enhancements and armor and stuff like that. It's very, very deep for a superhero fighting game. Just Cause 3, the game that allows you to go anywhere you want and destroy anything you want, got bigger and better with part 3. This game looks good and it plays decent. I'm not gonna say it's like super polished, but the controls are good enough. It's passable. It's a good game. Just Dance 2014. We're gonna keep moving on that one. Lego Dimensions. Decent game. I picked it up mainly because it had Lego pieces in it. Didn't really play it a lot, but everything's on clearance now for Legos. Madden 16, self-explanatory. Madden 18, self-explanatory, great game though. Madden 25, self-explanatory. And then we get to Mafia 3, another bust on my list of game busts today. I had a lot of fun with part 2, had a lot of anticipation for part 3, and then I put the game in, I'm like, man, it looks good, the story is good, but then the gameplay was like, eh. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be purchasing Mafia 4. I'll probably wait 6 months and it'll be 15 bucks like that one was. Mighty Number 9. I get a lot of comments about Mighty Number 9, or see a lot of comments about Mighty Number 9 and sequel to this and how they like this game, which didn't get the best reviews, but there seems to be a little cult following for Mighty Number 9. I've never played it, but I will eventually, because it seems like it's a decent enough game, platformer, side-scroller type deal, so maybe, we'll see. Minecraft, self-explanatory, you build it, you create it, you play it. Epic game. Mortal Kombat X, people, this is my cream of the crop of fighting games. Mortal Kombat just continues to get better with time. There were some games that were not that good. Yeah, but this game is good. I actually got this in a collector's edition, and here is the box for that collector's edition. It actually came with a Scorpion special edition figure that is up in my game case at the moment. And I think that was one of the first special editions that I got for my Xbox One, actually. Didn't get many. NBA 2K14, self-explanatory. NBA Live 2K15, bad game, self-explanatory. NHL 15, yes, hockey, self-explanatory. NHL 16, another hockey game, self-explanatory. Moving on to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Classic franchise, Solid Snake is the man. If I ever had a team that I needed to infiltrate anything, Solid Snake is on my team, probably in spot number 1, to be honest. Now, for me, I suck at this game. I'm horrible at trying to hide. I always get caught, I always get killed, but I know it got great ratings. Maybe I need to focus and put some more time into this game because I know it's good, but for some reason I'm just so bad at it, you know? Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition. I had a lot of fun with Payday 2 and I didn't pay a lot for it, and I think it has a lot of potential. It could get even better with Payday 3. I just feel like they just need to put some more time and effort into it. I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but it could be better. Speaking about shooters, Players Unknown Battlegrounds, the hugely popular 100-man battle royale, is on the Xbox One, finally. It's not as polished as the PC version. The PC version is actually out in, normal capacity, 1.0 right now, with the new map and everything. But I heard today that they added an additional patch that fixed the crashing and the bugs and stuff, so I'll be happy to hop into it and be one of the 20 million people who are already playing PUBG right now. Project Spark. Does anybody remember this game? Okay, so I picked this game up pretty much because I felt like, okay, this was a game that they put a lot of effort into and they thought it was going to be really big, and it turned out to be a big old bust. Another bust in my list of Xbox One X titles. Not that the Xbox One X has all busts. I just happen to buy some of those games on Xbox One. But anyway, maybe this will be worth something someday. Who knows? You know those sucky games that are worth a lot of money in the future. Quantum Break. Another game that was supposed to be like uber amazing. It turned out to be okay. It looks good, and this is a common theme here. A lot of these games look really good, but they don't necessarily play as good. This is supposed to be like the television show and everything, and I don't know, but it did come with a free download of Alan Wake, so there's a plus there. Rare Replay classic. This is probably one of my favorite Xbox One X exclusive titles. It has all of the classic rare games, and the reason that this is so cool is because I play Banjo on my N64, then I can just hop on my Xbox and play it there also. Banjo-Kazooie, Killer Instinct, Perfect Dark, they're all here. Cameo, Elements of Power, Viva Pinata, all those games are on one disc, and it's really cool to have. Resident Evil 4. This is probably one of the best Resident Evils. My favorite is Resident Evil 2. That's the classic one for me. Best game on the PlayStation 1 and the best Resident Evil game. This is probably a close second. Resident Evil 4 kind of brought horror back into, I'm not gonna say the mainstream, but it kind of redefined horror all over again, as if they already didn't do that with Resident Evil 2. Rise of the Tomb Raider, Lara, whatever you want to call her or pronounce her name. This is another great game, and there's another Tomb Raider coming out very soon. Wondering if it's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. I highly doubt it, but picked this up on Xbox One as soon as it came out, and I enjoyed it. Really did enjoy it. This is Rise, Son of Rome, one of the first launch titles for the Xbox One. It looked amazing. It didn't necessarily play amazing, but what can you do? I mean, it's a game, but this one has a glitch in it. I don't know what's wrong with it. I had to swap out my camera battery because it just died. We're gonna continue on with Scream Ride. Now, this game I just happened to hear about on a whim, and I just went out to the store and picked it up, and I streamed it, and I had like 1,000 people watching me play this stupid roller coaster simulator on Twitch, and it was hot for like a weekend, and then I just tossed it to the side like I'm gonna do right now. So, Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth, and Shadow of War. So I did not play Shadow of Mordor, but I played Shadow of War. Enjoy Shadow of War, but I just found out that Shadow of Mordor is similar to Shadow of War. Who would have thought? South Park, The Fractured Butthole. I picked this up because I wanted to beat Stick of Truth first, and then I wanted to pick this up and play this next. As you can see, it's still sealed, so when I finish Stick of Truth, I plan to jump into this. Got it for 30 bucks on Black Friday, so you couldn't really beat the price, and I know it's gonna be so much fun, so I can't wait to jump into that. Sunset Overdrive, another game that I had high hopes for, and I feel like this game really delivered. It was just so out of the box and so different from what I was used to. Colorful, it's animated, it's just over the top, and you have to love a game like this, and it's just amazing. Insomniac did a really good job. Tales from the Borderlands, this is a Telltale game. Not a huge fan of Borderlands, but it was on sale, so I picked it up. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan. This is another game that I wanted, but I never opened it because it got really bad reviews, but reviews really don't mean anything, so maybe I should just crack this open and just play it one day. Eventually I'll get there. Thief. This is a game that I was never really into, but I did pick it up because it was on a good sale, and I had some fun with it. I never finished it, never gave it the time, you know, that I could to even finish it, but it is in my collection. High hopes and a bust. Titanfall. I tried to play this often. I really did, and I played it online, and I would just kill the grunts, not necessarily kill the people that were actually playing, so I felt like I was really doing something, but I wasn't. But picked up Titanfall, and I just hope that they don't make a Titanfall 3. But whenever I make a comment about Titanfall, people always jump on me because they're like, oh, well, you know, it came out at the same time that this other big game came out, so, you know, that's why it's not doing well. But is that really the case? Obviously. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, another classic franchise. Not necessarily a great game, but it was cheap, so I picked it up. Still sealed. Oh, UFC and UFC 2. So, I played a lot of UFC 1. Had some issues with the submissions and the grapples on the ground. Picked up UFC 2. And now, as you know with EA, microtransactions are becoming a thing. UFC 3 is coming out. And I'm probably not going to buy UFC 3 until EA figure out what they want to do with their game. Stop trying to, you know, take money from people and all that stuff. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Telltale The Walking Dead, this is season 2. I have season 1 on digital. This is another one of my favorites. I love these Telltale story-based games, you know, allowing you to kill characters off and the story still progresses with the next character. Stuff like that is really cool to me. And we have Wolfenstein The New Order, and then we have Wolfenstein, The New Colossus. This was amazing. This is even more amazing. This is a nearly perfect game. Bethesda knocked it out of the park with this one and with this one. This is brutal, brutal game. So parents, don't let your kids hop on that game because that game is seriously brutal. A couple other things. I picked up this Guitar Hero Live for my Xbox One a couple months ago. Paid like 20 bucks for it. Game sold originally for like 80. I paid 20 bucks for it. Super cheap. Awkward. So I also have this big bad boy that can barely fit in the camera. This is Battlefield 1. Did not come with the game. I already have the game, but I got rid of it, I believe. But I still kept the collector's box with the figure inside of it, and it's huge. I have the figure up in my game room as well. On the back, that shows you some of the stuff that comes in it. So my soldier figurine is up in my game room in the case. What else do we have here? Of course, I have these Xbox Design Lab custom controllers. So I had to get one. This is the first one that I made. This has my gamer tag on the bottom, if you can see that, but I just wanted to get something that was cool, but it has a white backing, then it has a blue cover and all that stuff, so it's pretty cool. I like it. The ability to create your own things is really cool. I also picked up another one, but this one I got from E3 when I went to E3 and the Xbox Fan Fest and press conference and all that. So they gave us the special numbered controllers. So this is the one that I created. You had to get a white cover because they had to put the silver made at E3 2017 on it. And this is 150 of 1,000 that were made. So I'm happy that I got like, not an even number, but like an actual like anniversary increment in it. It just has like a black backing to it. And last but not least, this is the Xbox Elite controller, the choice of gamers on Xbox One. This controller feels amazing. If you have not played with one, I suggest you spend the money to get it. I actually got this one. This is my second one. I actually have another one. This one I got for dirt cheap. I'm talking less than 50 bucks, and I've already made the promise to put this up for my 1,000 sub giveaway, and I intend to deliver on that promise. So that is my Xbox One collection. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I have another video coming up on Christmas Day. I'm gonna show you my wrestling figure pickups if I get any, or my game pickups if I get any. But either way, I'll show you what I got for this year during the holidays. So thank you for watching. This is Ntcertified. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the Certified Club. We do multiple videos a week. Wrestling, video games, streams, toy collections, everything else in between. And until Christmas Day, happy holidays and peace.